Hello, welcome to my presentation about Music A-Level and why I think it's such a fantastic A-Level to take. I will take you through each part of it, and I've hopefully predicted some of your questions, so I'll answer those too. I've got a PowerPoint here which should help me. Here we go. So, if you took GCSE, then there were three main parts, weren't there? Performance, composition, and set works. It's exactly the same here. The performance part of the paper this time is at least 8 minutes long. So you have to give a recital in one go, but in it you can do what you like. You can play, you can sing, you can be in an ensemble, you can improvise, you can use technology. It's incredibly free, which is wonderful. You can be so inventive in that time. And of course, although it's 8 minutes long, you can have lots of goes at your 8 minutes. So, you can be relaxed about that. If you've prepared well, you'll be able to enjoy sharing your performance. Then there's composition. And you'll know that we've got a lot of excellent software for writing compositions. You have to write 2 which are 6 minutes long, and they give you a brief for one of them. That means really a storyline, and your music has to represent in sound what their story is. So it could be anything. In fact, the briefs are really varied, but they're great fun, and they give you lots of scope to show what you can do. And in addition, there's also a small component which is called techniques, when you just choose one and you have to write in the style of somebody. So, for example, it could be completing the chorale of Bach, one of his hymn tunes. You have to write the harmonies, and we guide you through that, and we choose the one that we think would suit you best. And then there are the set works. Now this is really exciting. If you thought it was varied at GCSE, my goodness, it's even more so. They have taken great care to choose pieces that represent all the walks of life of music, or at least, if not all, a huge number. It's not just classical music, my goodness, no. So if I show you what they are vocal music, instrumental, music for films, popular music, fusions, and new directions. Most of those you'll understand straight away, but fusion is a bit like food, actually. If you had food from one culture and food from a really different one, combine them cleverly, you might create a whole new wonderful dish. And that's what happens with music. It's exactly the same. So there's some incredibly inventive music that's been written combining different cultures. And new directions is when composers have been they've gone off at funny tangents. They've been really inventive and curious to see what new sounds they can make. So that too is extraordinary to explore. So here they are. There's some Bach and some Vaughan Williams, some Schumann and Berlioz, so sort of more classical music, but then music from the film Psycho and Batman Returns, some Kate Bush, the Beatles, Courtney Pine, and then some music you may not know so much of. Anushka Shankar is a wonderful musician. She's written quite a lot of music, which you'll hear, and the new directions, Seriaho, and of course Stravinsky, who is, you might know the name, but my goodness, his music is remarkable. So it will be great to show you some of that. Okay, so if that has got you interested, at least you're going to have some questions. Am I good enough? Should I do some theory, and at least to what degree? And then if I do, let's say I'm interested in all of that, what could I do with it? Other A-levels, what would it allow me to do or stop me from doing? Okay, so I've combined another PowerPoint here, which I've got for you as a handout. But why choose A-level music? I guess the bottom line is because you love it. If you love music, isn't that a great start? If I make this a bit bigger, you know, you enjoy it, it'll give you motivation. You can achieve through that. How wonderful, and what confidence that brings. So, is it a serious A-level after all? Is it a bit of a waste of time or a DOS? Oh, it's a serious academic A-level. It's taken very seriously by universities, and in the same way that your grade marks get you UCAS points, so music is really respected by them all. It stimulates so many parts of your brain, so it definitely doesn't have a detrimental effect on your application. And I've got a quote coming up for you shortly that I hope really backs that up, and it gives you, above all, transferable skills that you'll use in all your subjects. You can study this at length later, I hope, but I guess my bottom line is, if you enjoy your music, isn't that a great start? Something you enjoy, how fantastic. And yes, it opens new doors. So I've got some myth busting to do. Do you have to be a super brilliant musician with a diploma in this and a degree in that? No, you don't. If you start the lower six, sort of grade 5, grade 6, then we can expect you to be grade 6, grade 7 by the time you are doing your performance. Well, that's fantastic. Grade 7 standard is great. Nothing higher than that is anticipated. If you are better, well, brilliant. But that's, I think, a reasonable goal. And I know that that just feels so different, doesn't it? Thinking, oh, I'd only have to be grade 4 or 5. Then it makes it doable. I know that there are some musicians who learn more orally and aren't very good at reading music. Well, that's a thing that will develop through the course, because you'll need to be able to, as the course progresses, you're on a journey. So having a reasonable level of theory is very, very helpful, but we can help you with that. So it's not a block to doing the course, okay? It definitely isn't. Turn please page. Yes, here we go. Parents have asked me quite a few times, does it stop you doing a particular degree? And the answer is, it doesn't, apart from perhaps medicine. But law and things like that are totally fine with the music degree. Thing is, they really respect what music brings. Here's a quote from Oxford University. As you can see here, they really value music because it helps you develop certain skills. Self-management, creativity, data analysis, performance, teamwork, problem solving, and communication. Well, that's a brilliant clutch of qualities to have, isn't it? So you'd be doing something that you love, something that is interesting and stimulating, in the knowledge that it's bringing you so much more as you go through your school and university career. Okay, so I hope you choose music. Come and talk to me, come and talk to another member of the team. If you're in two minds, we can show you more of what's involved, hopefully put your mind at rest and enthuse you. So that's cheerio for me, and you're now going to hear from a student who loves their music, I hope as much as you do. Okay, bye-bye.